I think companies that really get clear on their values, so their corporate values, and articulate them and write them down and describe them. And then what I like to see, like I think values are demonstrated by stories, and then but we need to run the business on the data. Like I know as an entrepreneur, I'd go into a planning the next year and I'd like hear, the salesperson who just told me that no one was ever going to buy the product unless they had this feature. And the problem is like the last story sticks in our head. And that's probably not what the data says. But
Right.
culture, I think we demonstrate. So I'm like really big on weekly meetings or monthly town halls. Like you celebrate a couple big wins of people and the core value it demonstrates
Mm.
so that you keep it. It's a living thing. Like you want it to really live in the organization. Because my belief is the values actually demonstrate the behaviors of the people in the organization. That's really what they represent. And an organization where everyone's behaviors are similar, their skill set is different, their perspective on things is different, but like, being honest and being straight shooters, like that's who they are. Um, you're going to perform better because everyone has that behavior and consistently knows it between each other.
Mm.
Now, it also means when you hire, you need to do a values set of questions before you do the skill based questions, because again, and there's ways to do this because you're looking for people's past behaviors and seeing if it's consistent with the values that you have. And
So when you use
you
like a
know oh,
behavioral interview question to say, "Hey, tell me
you,
about a time when you
yes,
did
when
this."
it very all completely open-ended questions, or what would your former boss say to you about being a straight shooter,
Hmm.
right? Because I'm going to talk to your former boss and ask him or her,
Right.
because that's what I do when I'm hiring people. The other part that I didn't put in, when we were prepping for this is I believe A's should hire double A's and double A's hire triple A's, because otherwise, if A's hire B's, B's hire C's, pretty soon we've got Z's,
Uh,
right? Um,
so you have to really challenge. You're
y-
saying you should really challenge yourself to hire someone who you think is slightly better than you in some way, like at least,
yes,
10% better,
yeah,
whether it's 10%
exactly.
smarter, 10%, more agile, whatever
Or
it is, but somebody
whatever
that's
it is.
got it.
And for owner founders, that can be one of the really brutal facts is that they really are challenged. They really struggle with that. Well, what if someone is smarter than me? Well, that's great. That's fantastic. That part of the business will move quicker, faster,
Yeah.
right? But I mean, when you've been an owner founder and you've grown everything by the seat of your pants and you've had to figure out the answer to every question yourself, you think you still have all the answers.
Mm.
But as the company grows, there's a point where it's beyond your particular strength and skill set. And my coaching belief is I really focus on people's strengths and I really help people go deeper into their strengths. And I don't work almost at all on their weaknesses except to backfill it. Who can you hire to do that? How can you delegate that? How can you build a system so it doesn't never shows up, right? And how can we let go of that aspect?
Mm.
And that's part of the personal growth. Like I believe entrepreneurs are the single biggest impediment to the growth of their business. In fact, the high growth businesses are limited by the next generation of leaders and how fast you can grow those and create those. That's my personal belief. And that's the actual limit to growth is that next level of leadership.